Hi, I am Jay Kumar. He is my colleague Uday Krishna. We are discuss about the linkage stack. The abstract stack is a very common data structure used in programs. By data structure, we mean something that is meant to hold data and provide certain operation on the data. Hence, we discuss about the implemented stack by using the linkage list. We consider other more complex operations to be inappropriate for our stack. It does not hold any particular kind of thing, and we are not restricting ourselves to any particular programming language or any particular implementation of stack. Stack holds objects, usually all of them same type. Where are the minimal operations we need for a stack and the typical names. Puts places on the object on the top of the stack. Pop removes a object from the top of the stack and produces that object is empty. Reports whether the stack is empty or not. We see about the operations. New node push value, pop and display. First to the new node. To implement the stack using the linked list, we need to set value things before implementing actual operations. Step 1. Include all the other files which are used in the program and declare all the user defined functions. Step 2. Define a node structure with two numbers data and list. Step 3. Define a node pointer top and set it to null. Step 4. Implement the main method by displaying the menu with list of operations and make suitable function calls in the main method. We see about the push now. We can use the following steps to insert a new node into the stack. Step 1. Create a new node with given value. Step 2. Create whether stack is empty, top equal to null. Step 3. If it is empty, then set new node must equal to null. Step 4. If it is not empty, then set new node must equal to top. Step 5. Finally, set top equal to new node. Now see about the pop. We can use the following steps to delete a node from the stack. Step 1. Check whether stack is empty. Top equal to null. Step 2. If it is empty, then display the stack empty. Deletion is not possible and terminate the function. Step 3. If it is not empty, then define a node pointer temp and set it to top. Step 4. Then set top equal to top and next. Step 5. Finally, delete temp is free temp. Display. We can use the following steps to display the elements of the stack. Step 1. Check whether stack is empty, top equal to null. Step 2. If it is empty, then display the stack empty and terminate the function. Step 3. If it is not empty, then define a null pointer temp and initialize with top. Step 4. Display the temp data and move it to the next node. Repeat the same until temp reaches to the first node in the stack. Temp next not equal to null. Step 4. Finally display the temp data and null. Hereafter we continue with Uday Krishna.
Now let's see the example of linked stack. Before we see about the linked stack, let's see about the stack. Stack is also known as last in first out, that is LIFO. It has only one end, that is top. Insertion and deletion can be done at only one end. We call insert as push and deletion as pop. Stack can be implemented in two ways. One is by array and another one is by linked list. Here is the images of array and linked list. Implementation of linked stack. Push and pop can be done at only one end, that is front of the list. New node should be inserted at the front of the list, and deletion node or removed from the front of the list, that is top. Push and pop can be implemented very easily. Example, assuming that id is the reference of the node at the first of the list. Let's see about the example of linked stack. First we initialize top as null. Now we insert a element 6 in the list, and we assign the top to reference the pointer of the element 6, address of the element 6. Now we push another element 1, and 1 is linked to the before element 6. Now the top is connected to the element to point the element 1. Now we push the element 7, and we link it to the above stack. Now we point the 7 as top. Now we push another element 8 and link it to the before stack. Now we make the 8 point the top to 8. Now we going to pop an element. Pop can be deleted at the top of the stack of the list. The top of the stack, the element at the top of the stack is 8, will be removed. Before we remove the element 8, we assign top as the before element of the top, and now we remove the link and we delete the element. Push and pop either either at the beginning or at the end of the ADT list. The pseudocode for the beginning is at the display. Now for the end, the pseudocode is at the display. Efficiently depends on implementation of ADT list. The other hand, it has very fast to implement. That is, code is easy, unlike that error were included when coding. Some of the applications of stack: call stack, search networks, traversing trees. Some of the examples are checking balanced expressions, recognizing polynomials, equalizing algebraic equations.